Welcome to Franchise Empires.
I guess a good place for this story that I thought was interesting was, I know you started this, I think, back in 2016, and it was to solve a personal kind of issue with one of your family members. So do you want to kind of just give us like the origin story there of how you even got the idea for a concept like Magnolia Soap?
Yeah, so I started Magnolia Soap out of the need for a plant-based alternative for my daughter. So I am that typical Southern first-time mommy that's like obsessed about everything my child's eating. Like, I'm going to hand make all her food. I'm going to do, that lasted for a little while. It was not realistic and did not last very long. But, I was very cognitive about everything that I was putting on her skin. And in doing that, I noticed like even like the baby lotion that's, in your Walmarts and things like that was just jam packed with all kinds of chemicals and ingredients that I couldn't read. And that just didn't set well with my first time mommy heart, that I wanted to make sure that what I was putting on my child was the best of the best. And she was highly sensitive to phthalates, which phthalates are present in almost all of the fragrances that, if you walk into certain stores and you get the instant headache, or you can smell, those plugins that gives you that headache, that's the phthalates present in your fragrances. And she could literally, somebody could be wearing perfume and hold her, and her little body would welt from head to toe. And so
Wow.
I had to really be serious about what I was using in my ingredients, in my products. And that's where it started. So my husband came home and I'm in the kitchen and he thinks I'm cooking. And I'm like, no, I'm just making butt paste, because I didn't like the ingredients. I followed my butt paste. And so he's like, what are you talking about? And, from there, it turned into like the body butter that I was using on her skin, and then the bar soap. And so it really just came out of a desire for a plant-based alternative to the products I was using already on my child.
It's incredible. And I mean, because like obviously, at least I wouldn't know if I had this issue. I wouldn't know where to start. Like, how do I make a natural soap that doesn't have chemicals? So like, what was that process like? And like, did you have help? Like, to me, it sounds like chemistry. Did you hire a chemist, or like, what was that? Just the original formulation process, like before even thinking of, hey, I can sell this.
Yeah, well, I think it comes with like that mommy intuition. Like, you just kind of like know like what you want on your baby. And so you'll do all the research and all the deep diving that you can. I have a science kind of like I dabbled a lot in science. Science was my favorite class, all through high school and for the little bit of college I went to. So I would just say that really that came with just researching in it and just diving in and finding the benefits of shea butter to skin, the benefits of olive oil for skin. And then that's literally how I came up with everything. Every recipe was just formulated out of me, like, okay, this is what I need to happen on my skin. What body butter or what oil or butter is going to achieve that for me.
Yeah. No, that's I mean, some of those ingredients that you're saying, I'm like, I've definitely seen those on like shampoo and body wash models, but I'm gonna guess they come with also a ton of chemicals on the back end too.
Absolutely. You can't pronounce it. Like, I mean, I'm just not comfortable putting anything on my skin that I can't pronounce. Yep. And in my research and in diving in deeper into, the ingredients that are going on your body, typically those ones you can't pronounce are the ones you don't want on your body.
No, 100%. I completely agree. I know there's like in the deodorant space, there's a whole like aluminum was like found to be really damaging. So now a lot of the big like deodorant companies don't have aluminum in any of their product. And there's, I don't know if it's plant-based, but there's some natural deodorant brands that have done really, really well. So it's definitely something that I think most consumers have probably picked up on. And even from things like basically the chemicals in everything, right? Like there's microplastics, there's pans, right, that you use in a stovetop, like depending on what the material is, like it's actually like some of those chemicals are seeping into your food all the time. So it seems like a growing movement for sure.
Yeah, and that's all it is it's just being cognitive of everything that you're putting on your skin. I mean, anything you're putting on your skin within 26 seconds is absorbing into your bloodstream. And so I mean, that should make anybody like just be a little bit more aware of what you're putting on your skin. Even like you're talking about the deodorants, we do make an aluminum free and baking soda free deodorant. And a lot of these, we have tons of oncologists and cancer hospitals that have picked up our deodorant because it is that clean version. And we also have the fragrance-free, the phthalate-free fragrances, which is, again, a known, hormone disruptor and things like that. So it's really just being cognitive about what you're putting on your skin and in your body.
Definitely.